Hello, and welcome. Today, let's step into a story about that quiet, almost secret magic that happens in the softest light of day, right before the world truly wakes up.
Have you ever really been awake for it? That perfect hush, when the whole world is bathed in this pale blue silence? Well, it's in those incredibly quiet moments that our story begins.
Now, this wasn't just any forest. Here, the rabbits would speak of the squirrel in hushed whispers. The robins, they sang about him from the very highest branches, and the oldest trees, they seemed to smile whenever his name was even mentioned. You see, there was a legend here.
And that legend, well, it had a name, Aurel. Because Aurel wasn't an ordinary squirrel, not even close. He was something far, far more wondrous. Something that seemed to be woven from the very fabric of the morning itself.
Every day, he'd appear in these tiny flashes of gold, this fleeting, brilliant creature. Just imagine seeing that, fur shimmering with a light that looked like it was trapped inside, a tail that glowed like liquid honey, and a touch so warm it could turn ice into sparkling dew. But then, as soon as the sun truly arrived, poof, he was gone.
So the big question was, where did he go? The forest, of course, had its own beautiful ideas. Was he some kind of child of the sun just returning home for the day? Or maybe a secret kept by the oldest tree in the woods? Or, and this one is my favorite, perhaps the most magical theory of all, that he wasn't really a creature at all, but a shared dream, something the whole forest just imagined into being each and every dawn. But there was one person who believed he was real. And this is where we meet Mira, a young girl living in a small cottage right on the edge of this magical forest. And unlike everyone else, she absolutely loved waking up before the sun.
So while the whole village was sound asleep, she'd be out there, wrapped in a wool blanket, just watching the very first light slip between the trees. And every morning she saw it, just for a moment, this soft movement, a golden flicker. At first she thought, maybe it was just the sunlight playing tricks on her eyes. But morning after morning, it was there.
Until one morning, everything changed. Mira gathered all her courage and whispered a single word out into the quiet air. A word that was about to bridge the gap between her world and a world of pure magic.
She'd whispered hello, and to her absolute astonishment, the glowing squirrel stopped. He perched right on a low branch, smiled a smile no ordinary squirrel had ever smiled before, and actually spoke back. You can just imagine her shock, her pure wonder when she realized he was real and he could talk.
In Aurel's answer, wow. It tells us so much, doesn't it? It's not just that he can talk, but that his magic is completely tied to the quiet. His entire world exists in the stillness of dawn before all the noise of the day can come and drown it out.
So when Mira asks him why he's made of light, he reveals his purpose. And it's a purpose so grand, yet so gentle, it changes everything. He's not just a squirrel. He's the one who wakes the forest.
Now Mira, of course, probably thinks the birds wake the forest, or the sun does. But Aurel, he shows her it's so much more than that. He reveals the secret work that he does every single morning.
He just gently touches a branch, and suddenly, a robin begins to sing its first song. He brushes past a fern, and right away the dewdrops on it light up like thousands of tiny diamonds. He taps a patch of moss, and it begins to glow with this soft emerald green light. Everywhere he goes, the sleeping world remembers how to become morning. And he's so humble about it all. He explains that he's not the source of the power. He's just a carrier, a gentle take-care-of-taker whose only job is to deliver the light to make sure the world wakes up beautifully. He's just a vessel for the morning's magic.
For Mira, can you imagine? This is a huge shift in how she sees everything. Morning wasn't just a time of day anymore, it was an event. It was a gift, carefully and lovingly delivered by this tiny, glowing squirrel. Her whole understanding of the world changed right there on that cold stone step.
After that day, Mira met Aurel many mornings. She watched him scatter gold dust into the branches and wake up flowers with just a touch. And in watching him, she learned the deepest lesson of all.
One morning, she asks him a question that's clearly been on her heart. She asks if he ever gets tired, and he admits that, yes, sometimes he does, which leads her to the really important question, then why? Why do you keep doing it?
And his answer, this just gets to the heart of it all. It's not a chore for him. It's not a duty. It's an act of love, an act of welcome for each new day.
It's this simple, profound idea that every beginning, every single morning, should be met with beauty and with care.
So the crucial thing for Mira wasn't just that she saw a magical creature. It was that she learned to see the magic that was already there, all around her. She started to notice the way the light touched the grass, the way dawn moved across the rooftops. The magic wasn't just Aurel, it was the morning he so lovingly prepared.
And so we'll leave you with this thought, that maybe the magic of the morning, the simple beauty of a new day, is kept alive by those of us who still look for it, who still believe and wonder. A little bit of light, placed gently into the world.